Abadoa Chi-Chi-Cho, Duel Commander, go, go, go. Duel Commander on the way, Babadoa Chi-Chi-Chay. Like and subscribe, please.
Abadoa Chi Cho. This video is brought to you in part by Mana Traders. Mana Traders is the rental service I use so that I can bring you all of these different decks super easily. Playing a new deck on Magic Online is as simple as pasting in your list, clicking Rent Deck, accepting the trade. It pops right up. They'll send you the entire list. You just drop it into the trade, click Submit. The best part of all of this is that you can support the channel and get a discount on your subscription using promo code DualCastMTG. Mana Traders, be a better player. Hello, Babadoa Chi Cho. Welcome to another episode of Dualcast MTG. I am very excited for today's league. We are playing Aang Swift Savior. This has been my most played and favorite play. Words are so hard. This has been my favorite deck to play in paper recently, and the one I've been playing the most. Um, Aang Swift Savior is a white and a blue for a 2/3 with flash and flying, and when he enters airbend up to one other target creature or spell. If you don't know what airbending is, it means that you exile the target, and it can be recast for 2 generic mana. Timing restrictions are still what they are, but instants can be immediately recast. Airbending is very powerful, and Aang's in particular is great because it provides so many different things. So you can airbend their creature for soft removal. You can airbend their spell as a soft counter spell. You can airbend your own spell to then recast it, or you can airbend your own creature for protection. So this card just offers so much. And having flash and flying are both great. Then Aang has Waterbend 8 to transform. To pay waterbending costs, you can tap lands, creatures, or artifacts. So if you have 4 lands, 4 creatures, you can flip Aang. Any combination of those, which is really nice, and it means that the deck wants creatures, which fits very well into our overall game plan. So when Aang does transform, he becomes Aang and La Ocean's Fury, a 5/5 with reach and trample, and whenever Aang and La attack, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So the deck just wants to play a very clean tempo game, get on board, chip shot, and then flip Aang for a big finishing attack. Because we are playing like your prototypical blue-white flash interact with everything deck, we've got 20 counter spells, all the usuals you'd expect to see. Force Spike, Mana Tithe, Mental Misstep, Spell Snare, Stern Scolding, Wash Away, Counterspell, Daze, Lose Focus, Mana Leak, Memory Lapse, No More Lies, Remand, Reprieve. Aven Interrupter is one I want to talk about because of the synergy with Aang. Aven Interrupter is 1 and 2 white for a 2/2 with flash and flying, and when this creature enters, exile target spell, it becomes plotted, so it can be recast without paying its mana value at sorcery speed on a later turn. It's really important that this card exiles the spell with things like Hexing Squelcher and Frenzied Baloth. Spider Punk sees a good amount of play, so it's nice to have a counter spell that doesn't actually say counter on it. But the most important thing is spells your opponents cast from graveyards or from exile cost 2 more to cast. So you can airbend their thing, and then Interrupter their next thing, and their airbent thing costs 4 to cast, and the thing that you plotted costs 2. So this is just a really good synergy piece with the taxing effect. Force of Negation, sink into Stupor as an MDFC, bounce a spell or non-land permanent opponent controls, just very good. Also a land. Spell Queller, which Aang can often function as, love Spell Queller. Tishana's Tidebinder for a stifle effect, flash 3/2, and subtlety, just pretty broken. The rest of the deck is removal and tax effects, so we'll talk about the removal. Iganjo Adawara Erode has been very good for me lately, especially with Quintorius being such a high part of the meta. Being able to hit a Planeswalker is just generically good, and it's a 1 mana instant speed interaction. The best way to deal with something like Spider-Man 2099, if it resolves, They go for their combo or Cloud of the Dominus, whatever, and you have at least an attempt at answering it. And because I've been liking a road so much, I'm back on Path to Exile in most of my white decks, just as hyper efficient removal. And these two cards are exceptional with Wan Shitong, which is a card we're playing because either you get to get their creature for exactly nothing, or if Wan Shi's out, they search and you draw a card. Um, they can also, in certain matchups, in very specific cases, be used to, get rid of one of our idiots and hit our land drop. On Thin Ice, we are playing 10 snow basics, just too efficient not to play. Sorts of Plowshares, Cathar Commando as a flash beater that gets rid of an artifact or enchantment. Get Lost is a card I've been back and forth on, but as I said, hitting a Planeswalker is really important. And this card's flexibility is just great. And while I don't love giving the maps, we have so much removal and counter magic. This card's been awesome. Razorgrass Ambush as our next MDFC. Soul Partition hits any non-land permanent, so no restrictions on it. And then it exiles it, and if an opponent controls it, it costs 2 more to cast. So again, stacks with our taxing plan. You can use it to hit your own thing as a protection spell, and you don't have to pay that 2-mana tax. I've been really liking Soul Partition. Brazen Borrower, Skyclave Apparition, Palace Jailer. We play a lot of creatures. A lot of them have flash and or flying. Defending the Monarch is pretty easy in this deck, so I've been loving Palace Jailer. Parallax Wave, Witch Enchanter as our third MDFC, and Solitude. And we've got the Death and Taxes plan. Abandoned Air Temple. This is a land from the last Airbender set that I have been loving. It enters untapped if you have a basic. It taps for 1 white. But then for 3 and a white and tap it, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. We want to be holding up our mana on our opponent's turn. If we don't have to use it and have anything on board, this starts buffing them. It just gets the game over with at a very low opportunity cost, and I've been really, really liking it. Iganjo Castle to protect any of our legendaries, Giver of Runes and Mother of Runes. Lightstall Inquisitor. This is a card I'm trying out. I'm not positive I'll love it or how good it will be, but it seems to fit all of the synergies of the deck. This is Savannah Lions, Power Crept to Oblivion. 1 white for a 2/1 with Vigilance, and when it enters, your opponent exiles a card from their hand, and they can cast it for 1 more, or if they choose a land, the land enters tap. Drannith Magistrate, they can no longer cast their Airbent things. They can no longer cast their Soul Partitioned thing, their Lightstall Inquisitor thing, their Aven Interrupted thing. Drannith Magistrate feels like a combo in this deck, and is just generically very good. So, kind of a must play in here. The other 2 cards I'm trying out that I'm not positive are good, but I've been liking them when I've played this deck and they've shown up, are Aethersworn Canonist and Archon of Emeria. So these are the, each player can only cast 1 spell a turn cards. With Emery being recently unbanned, Aethersworn Canonist might be a little risky, but I also haven't seen that deck yet, so I want to try this out. If you untap with either of these, and then you have an Aang cast ready, on their turn they get to cast 1 spell, you airbend it, they can't cast it again right away. When these have shown up for me in paper, they've been phenomenal, but I am curious to see how they do today. Meddling Mage as our second kind of Drannith Magistrate. Spectacular Spider-Man, 2 mana 3/2, great rate, protection spell, flash. Voice of Victory. Harbinger of the Seas, we're a 2-color blue deck. I don't love this card lately, but it can just win you a game, so it makes sense to play. Hull Reacher, my boy. Teferi Time Raveler, True Name Nemesis, and Vendilion Click. Then we've got a bunch of ways to move cards around. Agnakella, the other land from this cycle of Last Airbender that's phenomenal, enters untapped if you control a basic. This one taps for blue, and then for 2 and a blue, tap it, you loot. Again, we're holding up mana. This will let us fix our hand at end step, which is very, very good. Mystic Sanctuary to pull back a useful spell. Brainstorm, Git Probe, Ponder, and Preordain. I have seen other Anglists not playing Ponder and Preordain, and they're just always good. Like, I don't think there is a mono or 2-color blue deck where I wouldn't want these cards. All the lists play Brainstorming, Gitaxian Probe, but they're just such broken cantrips. I'm always playing them. Consult the star charts. Malcolm as our flash threat that loots. Snapcaster Mage, Wan Shi Tong, which I mentioned already. Lorien revealed as our half a land late game reload, and Quantum Riddler because it's insane. We have some blink and flicker synergies. Like I said, Aang can bend your own thing to repeat ETBs. So we've got a lot of really strong ETBs. Ephemerate, Felia, and Sky Coach Conductor. This card's sick. 2 and a blue for a 2/3 Vigilant Flyer with Flash. It enters prepared. Its prepared spell is called All Aboard, which is just Essence Flux, 1 blue instant blink a creature. Then we're just playing, a few broken things. Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride, proven across all formats as an insane combo to have. And Seasoned Dungeoneer, really, really good with our hate pieces, the same as with the Monarch. We should be very good at defending the initiative, and Dungeoneer gets the game over with in a hurry. 2 of my favorite creatures that its ability effects, so clerics, rogues, warriors, wizards, when they attack, get the protection from creatures. And so Aven Interrupter and True Name Nemesis are a rogue and a warrior. So I don't know. I just love this card. We're playing it. So with all that said, this is Aang Swift Savior, aka Aang and La Ocean's Fury. I am really excited for this league, so let's go duel.
Let's duel. Oh.
All right, match number 1 on the play in some sort of mirror. We'll see if they are playing hard control or the same kind of list as our own. I really like this hand. Just Surveil into Meddling Mage into True Name. Other Aang lists I've seen are often like more control lists with things like Wrath of the Skies, Rest in Peace Helm combo, and some other stuff. I'm not going to play around a Stifle yet. Or I am going to play around a Stifle. That's what I meant to say. Let's go Island Pass. I should have thought about that and just surveilled. It's early. First game. Draneth. This can get mana leaked because I know how good that card is in this deck. No days, no days, no days. They're not an on thin ice deck. That is good to know. Meddling Mage or True Name. I think I just want to go True Name. And I would like to keep this Witch Enchanter for like a Disruptor Flute or the Rest in Peace Helm. Just not sure yet. Spell Queller's not great because if it gets bent, it gets bent. They just get to cast the spell. Ooh, this guy. This guy's good. I could name All Aboard. Let's see what you're actually doing, please. Brazen Borrower, that's a nice draw. So they've got Skyclave stock up their own Brazen Borrower, the Wandering Emperor. That one's annoying to me. I want to cast this Meddling Mage, but I don't think I really have to do much yet. So I'll attack them for 3 and pass. They drew Agnikella for turn. I like that card. And I'll take the 2 here. I am winning this race. So it looks like their list is more similar to ours, although stock up is interesting. I'll attack. I think I just attack and pass here. I don't really want to bolt the land in because we're kind of racing, but I think it's better too so that I have Aang and Petty Theft up. If they go Wandering Emperor, I'll Spell Quell it. All right, they're just casting their own Brazen Borrower. I think this is worth the Spell Queller, just knowing that I have this Petty Theft for more interaction. Because like they can bend it and get their Brazen Borrower, but then I just bounce this jerk in response, and then I have the Spell Queller up for 2 mana. All right, that is what's going to happen. Oh, wait. So let's Petty Theft your Conductor. They are going to Aang the Spell Queller. I'm fine with that. Brazen Borrower is back. Now I think I go Guide of Souls, Meddling Mage, name the Wandering Emperor, gain my life, go to attack, declare attackers, and attack you, and I have the Spell Queller for the Skyclave Apparition. They go to 8, because they can't flip Aang here. I could have named stock up. They have 6 in hand, and we have 1, which doesn't feel great. They also have this Agnikella if they just want to attack for 5, pass. Yep, you got it. I go to 8. Oh, that's right. They're going to bring the conductor back, so I'll spell quell. Forgot I bounced that guy. And they have a mana tithe. Okay. So now they can blink something, sink into stupor. I still have my Aang. I also have. I'm going to cast an unkicked consult here. We'll get the Ocelot Pride. That seems really good. I will now bolt myself. Mental misstep. It's really good. I think this is going to decide the game, so I'm going to bend their mental misstep. And they blink so they can bend Aang. This was bad. Yeah, this was bad. I forgot about that. And by forgot, I mean just kind of stopped paying attention. So now they have 2 blockers. I got no energy. We're dead on board to flyers. Shit. Yeah, that's GG. Okay, game 2. Not my best. I felt in control of that game for a while, and then, I don't know. This hand is good. I'll keep this. Need to draw lands, but, we get 2 looks, 3 looks at one. Because surveil, draw step. I think I just got too aggressive in that last one. Having a true name just makes me feel feisty. Consult can go to grave. They also go tap land pass. We found the land. That's awesome. And I'll just fetch now. I think their deck is similar enough to ours where I want to think about Stifle and Tail's End, even though I'm not playing them. They are my 2 cards where I'm like, should I swap these in? All right, they bolt in a land. End step, I will flash in this Cathar Commando. Okay. Land drop, combat, attack you for 3, and pass. I will spell snare this Fairy Mastermind. Do you have a mental misstep, and are you thinking about using it? Okay. They go to 14, and we pass the turn with Wash Away, Lose Focus, and Remand. I think I should just get Basic Island here. I'll get the Hallowed Fountain and pass. Just play our interaction face up. Fine. Mystic Gate. A land I'm not playing because I, for whatever reason, deeply hate it. Land drop is nice. We'll go to combat. Attack for 3 and pass. They go Aang. I'll go Wash Away. They go Force of Negation. If we're having this fight, we'll have this fight, I think. So I'll remand my Wash Away and then Wash Away Aang. They go to 11. We both have 3 cards in hand. They will have 4. They ponder. A lovely card. The art, the flavor text. Everything about Ponder. Just phenomenal. I actually have a tattoo of that flavor text that I got Mark Teaton to sign my arm underneath. I don't know if that's really visible, but we see the same sky as you, just through a different lens. Lovely. And you got the Merfolk. Ponder. What a card. They seam rip the commando. Sure. So the pressure is officially off. Air Temple's a tapped land. Still have the loose focus. How do I feel about skyclaving this seam rip? Pretty good, actually. They missed their land drop. And I can think about either cycling this Lorien or maybe hard casting it. Do I have 3 islands for Mystic Sanctuary? 1, 2, 3. I do. Do I have anything good in here? I do. I want to just put Consult on top. They're doing something. Don't do things. Small Wan Shitong. No! I needed to cycle first. Alright, I'm probably hard casting Lorien. I can also just bend Wan Shi. That is also a play I can make. I am going to do that. I'm tilted. All I had to do was cycle there. Bend your Wan Shi. Don't misclick and target nothing, please. Okay. Ephemerate, lose focus, and they scoop it up. Okay. Yeah, they only had 1 card in hand there. We just had it all. Game 3. We had it all. The initiative's not great here. 4 lands, no counter magic, no removal. I'll mulligan. Well, counter magic, but slow. This is much better. Keep this. Is it preordain or get lost? It's probably preordain. I want to get my hand empty-ish. I do love preordain, though. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a hobo by the toe. That was insensitive. Sorry, yo. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Nah, it's preordain. Because or get lost gets rid of something in the way of the cat. But just going Ocelot Pride into Voice of Victory seems so strong here. They surveil, and they dump a Razorgrass Ambush. I like to see that go. Ooh, Soul Partition. More removal. I'll take it. Cat, pass. Island, Subtlety. Subtlety is a good card. Let's go Voice of Victory. Tap their mana. And cast a Wan Shi Tong. You got it. That does not block my Meow Meow. I'm not going to burn the Subtlety on that. Attack you and pass. God, I do love this deck. Win or lose, I really like this deck. Cat, sealed. And I'll happily just pitch the Riddler to Protect Cat or Voice. Aang, we Subtlety. Pitching Riddler. Not sure what they could have other than their own subtlety. Aang goes back to the command zone. They can punch me for 1. Okay. I go to 20. I would love to draw land here. No more lies is fine, though. You can't cast spells. I'll attack you with everyone. They can trade off Wan Shi for the cat if they want, the cat token. But I am feeling very good about our position here. I can counter a removal spell. I don't necessarily need to cast another spell for the rest of the game. And I'll pass. 2 removal spells and a counter spell here. I'm feeling very good. And having played this deck enough, at this point, I wouldn't say I'm anywhere near like tried and true in it or an expert or anything, but Voice of Victory can just be such a kicking. I'll counter this. They can counter back. They don't. Nice. In for 1 with Wan Shi. Skyclave's just like any uncastable spell there is a terrible draw. Still prefer a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The cat will be 9. So we should get the City's Blessing here. I just need to make sure to stack the Voice of Victory under the Ocelot Pride. I guess I'll just take a bunch of damage. They're at 7. Wait, why did that not give me the Blessing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have had the City's Blessing. When that cat got made... No, that put me to 9. Okay. So just need to fade this turn, basically. Then Dillion click. Okay. I think I just get lost on it. They can map onto Wan Shi, but I don't think that's like the most important thing right now. I'm just trying to get over the line here. Okay, they took the Skyclave. What does that mean? Felia. That's what that means. I can Soul Partition Felia. I think they should have taken the Soul Partition, my own Felia. I'm still just going to go for it here. Yeah, they can't play on our turn, so what do I care? Back with everyone. Now we will have the City's Blessing. And so this just kind of puts them on Wrath or Bust, I think. Oh, this is lagging. Okay, they chose to block with Wan Shi because it was lethal. And now we make our bazillion tokens. So it's Wrath or Bust here. They're at 1. We won the mirror! Ocelot Pride. Voice of Victory. Ocelot Pride. Voice of Victory. Yeah, baby. Hey, some of you may know that I'm an author. This is my first novel that came out in 2018 from Lanternfish Press out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, The Vampire Gideon Suicide Hotline and Halfway House for Orphan Girls. This is a dark comedy about mental health in which a vampire runs a suicide hotline. People call and say how hard life is. His response is that being dead isn't really great. This book comes with heavy trigger warnings. Please find them online. But if you're liking the content, you may like it. There's a link in the description. Thanks so much. All right, round number 2 on the draw. Sorry. Ooh, against Winota. I haven't gotten a chance to play against this yet since the unbanning this week. This week? Last week? Time is hard. Sick. I'm excited for this. Oh, nice. They didn't have a play. So do I want to go Inquisitor or hold up Force Spike or Surveil? I would like to hold up Force Spike here. It's a shame this isn't our opener instead of the deck, but is what it is. God, I would have loved to stifle this. I would have loved a Stone Rain. And like, this Lightsaw Inquisitor is a card I was interested in, but just seeing it in this hand, I don't think I like it. Though ephemerating it is probably kind of nice. I don't know. We'll see. I'm glad I held up the Force Spike. As we saw in our last game in the mirror, that card can be very brutal for this deck. Another removal spell. I don't think so, Erode. And I'll cast the Inquisitor, because if they cast Winota, I have 2 removal spells for it. Because they can go Crystal Vein or City of Traders or Simian Spirit Guide. All right, Inquisitor, let's see if you put in any work here. Not really. Yeah, they can always just, like, play it on the slow and put in their tapped land. Oh, try to bolt yourself, and then it comes in tapped anyway. Okay, they didn't make that mistake. Also don't know how good Hull Breacher is in this matchup. Just top deck a land, please, deck. Granith Magistrate, you got it. Yes, deck, I love you. I'll pass. So if they go for Winota, we just kill it, or partition it. Goblin Rabblemaster, I hate this guy. Figure of Destiny, a 1/1 Kithkin with like all the level up stuff. Sure. Rabblemaster makes a goblin. So let's soul partition your Dranith. And I'll just trade off with the goblin. I can just ephemerate actually. And just tax out the rest of their hand. That seems good. Yeah, I do like this play. So we'll tax one of your cards and then ephemerate to tax the other. Okay, so Lightning Bolt is taxed. So it costs 2. 2 mana Lightning Bolt is much worse than 1 mana Lightning Bolt. And I'll ephemerate the Inquisitor. Okay, so My trepidation about this card, I am now liking it quite a bit. Just like in this specific scenario, I guess. We find our land and pass. If they go for Winota, we Aang. They go to combat. I kind of want to get lost on the Rabble Master. Oh, it's at the beginning of combat. This timing was bad. I will get lost the Rabble Master because Winota doesn't get an attack trigger this turn. Can you do this at instant speed? You can. I will now block. Yeah, they're just going to level this guy up. They could also bolt to save their jerk. I don't know how good that would be, though. All right, we go to 16. They have raised the alarm and chain lightning, not lightning. They fetch. They could just crack these maps. They're recasting their Dranith. You got it. Right, Soul Partition, they can still cast it. But it cost them 4 mana that time. What do I want? Island or Plains? Because they can flip in Magus of the Moon. I'll just grab an island and we'll consult here. Unkicked. Look at 4 cards, take one of them. None of these are good. Well, Ponder's always good, but none of them are like what I'm looking for. These are bad too. I think I have to shuffle. Yeah, I'll shuffle. Land was not what I was hoping for. Pass. So the Winota attack trigger probably just kills us here, but maybe they just want to level up this jerk. Let's see how aggressive they want to be. Hopefully they just want to play it safe. Would be awesome for me, but I don't think that's what's happening. Thalia. They can just chain lightning my Hull Breacher. Okay, I have to be okay with this. Now they'll crack their maps. Smart. They find a snow-covered plains, and they map again. Fury. Oh, no. Oh, they put Fury to the graveyard. Regardless, I think we've lost. They don't attack with the Dranith for some reason. All right, so note to self, I need to find, like, a lot more pressure for this matchup, because the 1-for-1ing was not good here. They make so many bodies. No More Lies is at least something to do. I mean, it counters Winota. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they just chain lightning this Hull Breacher, though. They're at least hellbent. They do still have these cards to cast, though. So they're like hellbent. All right, cast Winota so I can do something. Nice, I get to use my mana. But now they can just chain lightning the Hull Breacher and attack for 6, 7, 8. We go to 3. Attack with your Dranith, please. Attack with Dranith. You know you want to. No. I will block. Oh, it has first strike. They both had first strike. Crap. Oh, no. Just Thalia did. Okay. Something good, please. Something good. Something good. It's not good. They only have 1 non-human to attack with. I'm going to lose the initiative, but I don't know. We'll see. It lets me technically keep playing the game. Oh, it enters tapped. I'm dead. Because they just attack and chain lightning. Never mind. Never mind. I forgot Thalia makes the creature enter tapped. Okay. Well, Die to Winota's just like super fair plan. Just cast a bunch of creatures and attack. The Thalia was very good. And the Dranith was very good too. 5 lands is too many. I like almost want to keep just for Parallax Wave. What do I put back? I think it's the Get Lost. Those maps matter. And Path at least exiles. So let's try this Inquisitor again. It never dealt any damage that game, was, I think, the other issue. It was very good for the taxing effect, but only because of Ephemerate. I don't know. Okay, they have their own Parallax Wave. That's scary. Giver of Runes. Probably will have to upkeep Path that, which feels bad. I will see if they want to trade it off. And I could have just held up the Stern Scolding there, but I wanted to get on board. I don't know. Let's see if you want to trade off your Giver. I guess I don't have to Path yet, because I should be able to Stern Scold any creature that they cast, unless it's Hexing Squelcher. I hope I didn't just speak that to existence. They crack a Prismatic Vista. Loyal Apprentice is definitely worth this Stern Scolding to me. All right, and now we'll have Aang online. Otawara's pretty good too. Giver can protect from that. It's the only thing it has an advantage over Mother of Runes for, is that it can give protection from colorless. Because if this is Mother of Runes, I just can't ever attack here. Now that I have... no, I can't Path yet. I need to hold up Aang. Zergo... I think you could just have Zergo. Alright, so end step, I will cast Aang and bend the Giver. Or I could bend the Lightstall. I think I'd rather bend the Giver here. Hold this Path to exile for as long as I can. Ooh, that guy's really good here. I'll see if they want to trade off Zergo for the Inquisitor, because I think I'm just fine with that. They do not. I'm glad I was patient and didn't Path the Giver. Them being able to have cast Winota last turn would have been much, much worse, obviously. Voice of Victory. I will bend I'll bend this guy. They can immediately recast. I can just Otawara it. No, because I can do that. I can do that not right this second. So we'll blink Aang, bend your voice. You can recast it. And then if I hit another land drop, can I have Otawara? Yeah, you got it. Or I can just path it now and then have Otawara up on their turn. See if we draw land. Would love to just draw land. Hey, we did it. I'm the best. Play you what color? Blue? Triple blue or triple white? Play you on white. Go to combat. I could also do the block, flip Aang at instant speed thing. I think I like that less. They're at 11. But they'll be at 7 from this attack. I guess I just actually want to path the Voice of Victory now. Because if I'm going to do it anyway, I might as well offer them a trade or just try to get in for 2 more points of damage. Because this is 6. All right, they're just going to take the damage. Now I have Otawara. Crystal Vein. If it's Winota plus another creature that can attack... Oh, right, it's Parallax Wave. I knew about that. Okay, I just Otawara it at end step. Lightstyle Inquisitor came up here. That was cool. So when they attack here, I'll Otawara and then block the Zergo. Seems good. Otawara your P-Wave, and then you're dead. Okay, game number 3. God, the stress, though, of, like, just having hasty threats and Winota in the command zone is stressful. I like this hand. It has blockers. It has a removal spell. Technically 2. But Sink into Stupor is much more likely to be a land in this hand. Fetch and Surveil. They kept the card. Boo! Greedy. Ooh, Mother or Giver. I think it's Mother here. Mother's better, but she's also more important. So, like, if they have a removal spell, that stinks. But I think I would still rather try to have her in play. Because I want to cast Voice of Victory next turn. A Johnny? Come on. So how worried am I here about them going something Winota? Not as worried as I could be. Because I can also just cast Giver. I think I just want the Voice of Victory in play. Johnny's so scary. And I'll pass. I also think I'm fine with them flipping a Johnny rather than having 2 non-creature attackers. Though a Johnny makes 1 every turn. I'll just take the 2 from the cat token. If they even attack. I don't think they should attack. They're going to. Yeah, I'll take 2. You have a Simian Spirit Guide, I'll cry. No, they would have done that pre-combat. Thalia, that one's really annoying. Do you make lands enter tap 2, or are you creatures? Non-basic lands. Dang it. It's so good. I'd plow it. But I think I need the plow now. This is a tapped land anyway. I'll pass. Thalia's super annoying. I can also path the cat to stop a Johnny from flipping because it dies. But I think I need Thalia off the board. Can I just take the 3 here and do it at end step? I think I can. So I go to 13. Not as high a life total as I would like. Goblin Instigator, that makes 2 bodies. Yeah, go wide strategies are probably really good just with, like, the infrequency of getting wrathed in the format. And then another thing. Oh man, they have a lot of bodies. I'll plow Thalia now. Ephemerate is probably really, really good. I go to 10. I don't have enough white mana. I'll pass. Yeah, I need another white source. I wish I'd played this on white, but at the time, we didn't know. Actually, I guess I did. Why did I play this on blue? I'd have cost myself the game. Winota will Bender. No, I'll wait for combat to begin, because she's an attack trigger. Yeah, I didn't want to Bender and have them go land recast. Aang, bend Winota. Reverent Mantra? No! No! I wish I had the Ephemerate up, but this was my only realistic play. Yeah, playing this on blue is going to determine this match. All right, I want to see how much damage they can deal me. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 triggers. Yeah, I just want to see how much damage they can deal me. Oh, Reverend Mantra, what a card. It's a card I think about for this deck quite a bit. Just we play like 31 creatures. I'm so bad at choosing which land to do. Why did I play you blue? I don't even remember. Liner Scarlet, let's go. All right, it wasn't as much as I was expecting. We only went to -6.
This is my latest book, My Therapist Says This Grief Journal is a Good Idea, that was released in March of 2025 by Lanternfish Press. This is a dark comedy about family trauma that explores how important dogs are to the healing process. It is the literal grief journal of a man in his mid-20s whose father had tragically passed away, learning to grieve. It also comes with trigger warnings, but please consider checking it out. Link in the description below. Thanks.
All right, match number 3 against Yoshi Kraum. This cannot be a good matchup. True Name is really good here. I wish there were a third land, but I think I keep it anyway. Mana Tithe their follow-up to Yoshi. On the play, I would feel amazing here. Just Mana Tithing Yoshi is like Mana Tithe Yoshi, no more lies their follow-up. Hopefully draw land, cast True Name. But True Name is just one of our better cards in the matchup. So Felya's cool. Felya knocks the counters off Yoshimaru. They have the legendary land. God, let me Mana Tithe the Mary here. Eldon, that's still very much worth this. Land. Days is not a land. All right, 18. We still have another chance to draw land. Oh no, a Ganjo Castle. Yoshi's already at 3/3. God, this card's good. Don't think I can let Shadow Spear resolve, sadly. I'm never beating the lifelink. Although True Name, yeah, because it'll have trample too. I'm never beating that card. And then if they have a dirty 2-drop, I will use the Days. But we are really behind this Yoshimaru. Lion Sash is fine. I don't care about that one. So we go to 14. Dranith is not what I was looking for. I think I have to consult for a land here. And if there's no land in these top 2 cards, we're dead. Okay. I would have definitely preferred the Ocelot Pride, but it's fine. Because hopefully they go for like Headliner Scarlet. We get to Daze and then put True Name into play. They're fetching immediately, but they don't do anything with it. And this Lion Sash can also be 5 more damage. Embercleave, don't do it. Okay, they're just juicing up their Lion Sash. Yep. So this is 8. We go to 6. I guess the other option is take the Monarch, or I can go Aang the Lion Sash, try to block Yoshi. I think it's best to put True Name into play, and then hope. They have 3 cards still, because if we get to next turn, then we should be okay. But it will be a matter of getting to next turn. All right, that's not a legendary land. He can have haste. That's only 5 still. And then we're dead to a lightning bolt, but what am I going to do about it? Oh no, this is lethal either way. Whoops. Okay, GG. I did my math wrong because I'm bad at math. Yeah, that was a kicking. I think on the play there, we're just so set. But once Yoshi's like a 4/4, it's just brutal. And I think this has got to be, if not our worst, amongst our worst matchups. I do survive there if I do the Aang bend and block, so that is on me. Yeah, keep. We can counter Yoshi and then Aethersworn Canonist, and we get to find out if this card is as good as I hope it is. Oh no, this is a tapped land. Our hand's still very good. Yes, anytime I can not let Yoshi resolve, I will take that opportunity. Despite having the Solitude, I don't want to 2-for-1 myself. Land, untapped land. Nope, that's fine. Pass. They fetch an Arid Mesa. Well, fetch from an Arid Mesa, sorry. You get fetch a fetch land? Why am I such a silly goose? Oh, Karizev, that one's good. Untapped White Source. Come on, deck. I gotta do me like that. I'll cast the Canonist and pass. If they don't do anything pre-combat, I'm gonna Solitude Karizev. Lelia is a better Solitude target than Karizev is. Do I just dump Teferi here? Teferi's really good with the Canonist. I think I'm gonna... it's so crazy to get rid of Parallax Wave, but we're so far from casting it. It's probably Soul Partition. Because if we get to Parallax Wave, we just win. So let's Solitude Lelia. You're a 2/1. So I'll block here, go to 17. Why can't I block you? Do you have Menace? Oh my god, you have Menace? I take 3. Didn't I? I knew this had First Strike. I didn't realize it also had Menace. This card's so good. Deck. Come on, deck. It's alright, we've got time still. Magus. That probably demands the counter spell over the Malcolm. We go to 13. Land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Deck. Well, screw beats flood, as they say, but I don't think they're flooded. And I need lands to play the game. Yeah, I'm not blocking, so I'll attack. I am losing this race badly, but I'm doing my best. I would love it if they just fetched here. They didn't. What is this? Birthright boon? Search your library for a thing. So they'll search for the Embercleave, but I'll at least get to draw a card and have a 2/2. They could also just get Shadow Spear, and then we're pretty cooked. Oh, they got pre-war Formalware. Way worse for me. Way worse for me. Come on. Yeah. All right, the cannon has let us down. Not really, but yeah, that stinks. I go to 10. I can't play Magic anymore. Yeah, just didn't hit lands for too long. Yeah, pre-war Formalware was quite good there. Tursa, I think we're dead. I'll block where I can block. If they attack with Magus, I'm double blocking it, and then I take 3, 6. Yeah, you only get one non-artifact spell still. Please attack with Magus. What a butthead. So I take 5. Double block carry Zev. They could have also just moved their pre-war Formalware. If they move the pre-war to carry Zev, I think I'm super cooked. But also I'm at 5 and have no way to cast my spells. Doesn't seem great. I mean, that's a basic too late, though. So if I can somehow get to this Parallax Wave, I can still win. Or draw a 1-mana white removal spell. They have 2 cards in hand. They have this thing. What do you do on the other side? It has double strike, but it doesn't erode. Okay, I'll use the ability. I'll get my island. I should have gotten a Plains. I'm an idiot. Hexing Squelcher. Now everything has War 2. Bombardiers. Okay, I'm dead. GG. GG. Yeah, that Yoshi matchup, it's just... the deck is so unrelenting. All right. This is... What match is this? Match 3? Match 4? Why can't I remember things? All right, this is match 4, and we are against Spider-Man 2099. I just kept a 2-lander and was incredibly punished, but this... I still like this hand. I will keep it. I'd like to see instant speed removal, but Voice of Victory and Daze are both, I think, decent here. Maybe not so much Daze. All right, cool. That is our 3rd land or instant speed interaction. And with these 2099 lists, you never know exactly what you're getting. I think the best ones are the hard control lists that just kill and counter literally everything until you Spider-Man plus one of the 1-mana, like, quote-unquote combo cards. But this could have a bunch of flash creatures. I recently played against one with Eddie Mercrab. Yeah, like here. Ardaz. Sure. I don't care about this yet. I'm not going to burn days on that and set myself back a land drop. That would be insane. Oh, it attacks as a 3/1. Jeez. Okay, so they might be an aggro list, which, yuck. Yeah, just playing against pretty aggressive decks here. Like, we won the mirror and then played against, I'll take the land, Winota and then Yoshi. And now if this is an aggro Spider-Man list, that's pretty annoying. I could go Voice of Victory or I could flash in Felia. I'll go Voice of Victory while I know it's going to resolve and I have Daze and Force up. They need a creature to enter for this to be a 3/1. They can make a 1/1 for 4 mana. I think I'll force a kill spell on Voice of Victory and I'll pitch Daze to do it. Like, they can attack here, and if they have a flash creature, trade, but I would have been happy to make that trade. Basic Plains here, and pass. Now we have Aang up with the Force. Bending Spider-Man feels terrible, though, because he's a 2-drop, so they just recast it. Art's so good. All right, Basic Mountain. They fetch... Oh, I have to pee so bad. No. Why? What has my life become? They're just making a goblin here. No response. This was interesting. Oh, they're goblins at 3/1 Jeez. I will just Aang bend this. They're tapped out, and they didn't have a subtlety. Okay, interesting. I don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna cast Mother and Giver and hold up Counterspell. Going to 12. Attack you for 5. They still have 5 cards in hand. They have a lot of cards. Next turn. I have never seen this card in a 2099 list. They can make a couple 3/1s and put us to 6. Like, if they do that goblin thing again. All right, here's Spidey, so we'll counterspell. And then I can pitch the Daze to Force. Or if they have some weird 3-mana counterspell, just Daze or Spike. I cannot let that guy resolve at the moment. They are fetching. Hopefully at least this stops like a Wild Ride or Cloud of the Dominus. I guess I could have held the Force in the Daze, actually. This might have been too aggressive. Because if they go, like, if they wanted to just do the Wild Ride thing, I could have forced that. Memory Lapse. You got it. The Force, so we're drawing Force. That stinks. I can't pay, so I won't. They'll get in for 3 here. I might just block it. Yeah, I will just block it.
Wait, this is only whenever or another creature you control enters. That creature gets +2/+1, but not haste. Okay, cool. All right, so now we have both of our... Well, they'll probably shoot one of these. Okay, so that's why this is in the deck. It gives Spider-Man +2/+0 until end of turn. And they're going to kill the mother. I think that makes sense. So they know we drew Force. All right, I think I just have to pass here. I have Hardcast Force. If I don't have to use that, I flash Infelia. They'll attack with Spidey. I will block with Aang. First strike combat goes through, and then we'll give it Pro Red. Although I guess if they have a shock, I should have just given it Pro Red. They have 4 cards. We got through 2 of their counter spells. They've shown us no removal yet, though, other than Spider-Man. Opponent, I seriously have to pee so bad. But I think I just let Aang die here, because I want to flash Felia in. No, I'll do what I can. Hardcast the Force. All right, that worked. So let's go Pro Red here. Opal Palace. Now what? Hieroglyph. Shite. Okay. Oh, it's only a 3/4 at least. You want to kill my giver, I imagine? No, you want to kill the Voice of Victory. Okay. Can I ever win this game? Parallax Wave off the top? Get Lost isn't bad. I'll pass. I have Get Lost and Flash Infelia. They do their Make a Goblin thing here. That's kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. I think I am deciding I don't like Get Lost. The maps are actually like pretty valuable, especially against, this guy. They make a goblin. They'll make a 3/1 with haste. They won't be able to recast Spider-Man. They're attacking with everyone but this jerk. So let's flash in Felia. Get Lost Spider-Man. All right, that resolved. Declare blockers. How do I want to do this? I think I want to block here and give Pro Red. Okay, and Pro Red. If I go to 8, but now I have Aang Felia going. It's kind of nice. Light up the stage. Okay. Ghost Fire Slice. Come on. Vibrant Outburst. What is this? 3 damage to any target and you tap a creature. So Felia and a Lightning Bolt. Jeez. So they can kill Felia or Giver. I don't really want either one to perish. I need a big top deck here. Specifically, Parallax Wave would be crazy. I think Dranith would be fine. How long can you cast these with Light Up the Stage? Until the end of your next turn. But they also just get to kill both of my creatures. Flashing in Felia and then just like choosing not to block. What am I doing? All right, Felia dies, and that's all they want to do, right? Because they can Dranith. They can just kill it. I'll pass. Did I read this card wrong? Oh, so they only have the Vibrant Outbursts left. What was I thinking about with this Lightning Bolt? Not exactly sure. Dranith was a great draw, though. They crack a map onto this guy. They found a land with it. I prefer that to them finding something good and buffing him. They can also do the Make a Goblin thing. They found another land. Awesome. Arena of Glory is not awesome. They are giving something haste with the arena. Ow. All right, I'm in big trouble here. And now they'll make a Goblin Friend. All right, so this is going to be a 5/3. I have to make my blocks. I'll take 4 here. I don't think anything left their graveyard. Let's block here, here. Say okay. Give Dranith Pro Red. Yes, Aang can go to the command zone. And Parallax Wave off the top. Come on, deck. Parallax Wave off the top. It is a land. I mean, that keeps me alive. Well, maybe it keeps me alive. I don't know. But I think their hand is land. No, it keeps me alive because the Dranith. 3/3. So you'll be a 4/4. They crack their Fiery Islet. I'm at 4, which is not a lot. They're going to use this guy again. Stop. This guy's good. Maybe I should have bent him pre-combat. I don't think that would have made any sense. All right, so what are we doing here? We're bending Gao. Blockers. We'll go here and here. Give Pro Red. And keep extending the game. Aang can go back to the command zone. Does me no good in the graveyard. Path. Path is actually, I think, quite good. I will path this guy in their upkeep. And then if they have a counterspell for it, they have a counterspell for it, whatever. They surveil off of Thundering Falls, and they dumped a land. Let's path this jerk. I'm sick and tired of him. They can use the mana to make a goblin now. This timing actually might have cost me the game. Ah, they didn't. Okay. Does it say only at sorcery speed? Yes, only as a sorcery. We're good. We're good. I didn't think about that as cleanly as I could have. All right, they keep drawing lands. Combat. I will continue to block and protect Dranith
for as long as it works. Removal spell for this Pyroglyph, please. Something good. Just something good. Malcolm's good. Malcolm is good. Okay. But as soon as they find a removal spell, we're cooked. And also, like, any creature that they cast is kind of disastrous. Declare blockers, block, throw red. All right, we continue this play pattern. They play a tapped land. End step, I will flash in Malcolm. See if it resolves. Does. Nice. Loose focus is not what I'm looking for. Preordain could be anything. I'm not looking for either of these. Sorry, Get Probe. I love you, but I'll brainstorm on their turn. Something's happening. Don't do things. Sokin's on. All right. They made 2 1/1s. Guess maybe it was loose focus. They have so much mana, though. Throw red. Oh my gosh, what a weird slog of a game. Granith is holding the fort, though. Petty Theft. Don't say. Wait, I should attack before I do any of this. All right, you go to 4. I don't think Petty Theft Brazen Bar is actually good. Do I want the land? No, I don't. I want to be able to go bounce, cast the creature side. Haste. This creature enters prepared and it stone rains. Okay, we're not dead. I guess I could have brainstormed looking for a counterspell, but most of my permission is soft permission. All right, everyone come into party. Declare blockers. Block a 1/1. Block the Goyf. Okay. Give pro red. Petty Theft your Stone Rain guy. Oh my gosh, that worked. Wait. Oh my gosh, we did it. They conceded. What a weird game. Cool. Oh yeah, because if they don't have anything, they know they're dead on board. Sweet. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I've been holding it. I don't love this hand, but I think it's good enough. No, I'll mulligan. Well, punish. Instant punish. Going to 5. Oh, deck. I have to go to 4. I'm not too proud. I'm sad about it. All right, we're keeping land, counterspell. Would I rather have the Snapcaster? Probably. Man, this sucks. Yeah, I'm keeping land, counter. I don't think there's a 3 in my deck that's better. Aethersworn Cannon is cool. That is the kind of card that can buy us time. All right, let's see if they Stone Rain us and we die. I think there's a non-zero chance. Yeah. Don't do it to me. Oh, they didn't. Yay. I just want to surveil. Daze is not good. Goodbye. On Thin Ice is potentially good later. It's not good yet. Oh no, I meant to play the white side, Andrew. Here's a Canonist and I'll pass. I meant to play this as white. Okay, they have a 4 spike here. Oh, that was so bad. That's going to kill us again. I needed that to be a white source for sure. So that if I draw Snow-Covered Island, I can on Thin Ice with it. Oh no. Light Up the Stage found them Snapcaster and Party Thrasher. All right, well, that's a good draw. I will pass. They can cast either of these. A Cycle of Lorien revealed. Play a basic island. You want to haste a Spider-Man? You want a Party Thrasher? I think I just want to airbend that. Because this is only colorless mana. Because of how they tapped. Oh wait, no, what are you? Oh, you're a Shivan Reef. I thought this was the Filtery land. They are going Redirect Lightning. That doesn't actually do anything because this is another. Wait, airbend up to 1 other target creature or spell. Oh, they airbent the Redirect Lightning? How did that work? I don't know how this just worked. Whatever. Thar Commando is another threat. I will attack them down to 10 and pass. I'm so confused. I didn't think that should have worked. Whatever. A Party Thrash. They don't choose to use it. I currently have a 5-turn clock, which could potentially be a 2-turn clock. Right, they're giving haste to a creature, so we know more lies. It can't be any sort of blue counterspell. It is a Lose Focus, and I will Force Spike. And I'll just Force Spike the Lose Focus. I don't know if Spider-Man would ever matter in their graveyard, but No More Lies exiling seems good. I don't know what else this could be unless they have a Daze. Don't have a Daze. I'll cry. You want to see a grown man cry? Look at this stack. Oh my god, it's a Daze. I called it, now a grown man has to cry. You did this, opponent. Why did you do this to me? All right, got that out of my system. I hate saying the cards that destroy me, and I do it all the time. All right, so we go to 14. Snow-covered basic might actually be like our best draw. Tidebinder's not really what I'm looking for. I will attack. Don't plan on blocking. I don't have good blocks. I'm not currently winning the damage race, but I do have 2 flash creatures. I could Tidebind this. I think I'm less worried about that than a Spider-Man trigger, though. I can just take 5 again and go to 7. I will. The vigilance on this thing is so brutal. For the record, I still do not think Spider-Man should be banned. I've said that a lot and meant it every time. But I do understand why people dislike it as much as they do. I guess I should have just flashed this into block because I can't attack with it. Solitude is phenomenal. That puts them to 9. This brings them back down to 4. But then they'll have Arena of Glory back to haste up Spidey. I will attack. This puts them to 5. I wish this Tidebinder were an Ephemerate. That would be sick. So I'll wait for them to go to combat. I'll declare my block and Solitude in response. They're still not using this Party Thrasher, which means they like the cards. Okay, they pitched a Memory Lapse, and they found lands. They go to combat, declare blockers, block, and then Solitude. They can recast and just shoot down the Commando, but at least this way they don't get to, like, haste it with the Arena. Oh no, I have the Tidebinder. I can stifle the trigger. Sick. Yeah, so if they recast to shoot the Commando, I Tidebind the trigger and attack for lethal. Oh no, they're back to 7. Never mind. I still like that line. All right, I'm at 6. I didn't love pitching the On Thin Ice. What is this? They abrade Aang. Okay. Yes to command zone. Lose focus. Not a bad draw. I will attack you. They go to 4. We're both very low on clock. I should focus in here. They pitch Cloud of the Dominus. Replicate, lose focus. Aim targets. I can't attack into this Party Thrasher, sadly. Oh, they clout onto it. Okay. It has Shroud, but its ability does not. So I'm going to Tidebind this ability and hope they can't just go land Spider-Man here, because now it loses Shroud. And they have a Force Spike. Okay, I can F6 here. What is this? Reckless whatever? It has haste. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains haste. It's a 3/3. And they are attacking with only the Party Thrasher. I accept. Land is great here. That puts me to 1. Cast Aang. Bend this guy. Combat. Declare attackers. Attack for 3. And F6. Why do you still have abilities? I Tidebound you. Did they stifle my Tidebinder or something? I don't know what's happening. All they have to do is go land Spider-Man here and we die. All right, they're just recasting this guy. Okay, yeah, I'm dead. But I'm playing the clock game here. I'm at 3 minutes. They're at 1:40. So this game is about playing fast and not dying in a minute and a half, which in theory should be doable. Yes, keep. Conjure, Giver, pass. What is happening? Why are you lagging on me? This is not the time. Island Cycle, grab. Hallowed Fountain, rock myself because I don't care right now. Cast a cat and pass. If I find an untapped blue source, I just go Harbinger and feel like I've won the game anyway. Oh, this guy again? Sure. All right. Feeling fine here. Flash in Cathar Commando. Combat. Attack. They flash in Malcolm. That's fine. I'm not going to Stern Scolding that. They can double block the cat. Whatever. They simply do not. Cool. Stern Scold Spidey. They have a loose focus. That resolves. Spidey can shoot for 4. I have the Giver. Got it. Where are you targeting? Oh, shit. Magic Online's going very slowly. Island, you only have blue mana, and I have a bunch of blockers. Pass. Let me have 6, please. I have 10 seconds. They have 6. Okay. We went on clock. 1 second to 0. We gotta take a screenshot of that. Woo! All right. 5th and final match. Playing for the Sweet 3-2 against Asuza. Deck I have not seen in a while because of Lumra. I'm going to mulligan. I like all the cards, but I do not like the 1 land. This is actually pretty great. Keep this, get rid of Snapcaster. That sounds right to me. Maybe it should have been Daze. Is it too late? I'll get rid of the Daze. Drawing lands would be exceptional. It should have been the Snapcaster. Countering Asuza is so important. Untapped land. The best! Pass. I'm gonna jam this Harbinger straight into play. Am I? I'm not. I'm gonna take a turn off from it. They have Urza's Mine and a Forest. I really just don't want to see Planar Genesis. Okay, it's not. Now I think I harbinge them. All right. I mean, they can still have a ton of mana, but this turns off all their really annoying broken stuff. I was hoping they would try to jam Azusa there. Yeah, like this Tech Edge now does nothing. Utopia Sprawl, you got it. Here's Azusu, land, and they pass. Awesome. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Looks fine too. I think I just want to Skyclave. I can't Skyclave. Right. That's not how that works. I'll go Guide of Souls. Solitude Azusa. Just pitch this Mana Tithe. They can just recast her, but whatever. Get the life and energy. Probably should have just clicked them in draw step. I'm getting loose because now I'm like, Harbinger of the Seas, that wins the game, but it obviously does not. All right, they go this thing and pass. Play an island, go to combat, player attackers, attack for 3, and click them in their draw step. They go to 16. Oh, they're doing something. What are you doing? What is this? Elemental Teaching. Search your library for 4 land cards with different names and reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 of them. Okay. Last Airbender card. I know I own this. I just have never actually bothered to read it because I saw a 5 mana green instant. So 2 to graveyard, 2 to the battlefield tapped. They could just get 4 forest. Okay, I choose 2, but what do I do with them? Put the chosen ones into the graveyard. So I think it's Urza's Cave and Eye of Ugin into the graveyard. And let's click you. There's a good chance I just take nothing here because all I'm worried about is like a giant creature. Yeah, something. Eldrazi Confluence is also. You don't have colorless mana, so I think it's just Emrakul. This was the card I was worried about. Here's Azusa again. Yeah, I was specifically very worried about Emrakul. Archon seems incredible here. I will attack with my creatures, please. Moto. I think I actually want to gas up the Harbinger. No, what am I talking about? We'll gas up Guide of Souls. I was just thinking if they have some sort of instant speed bite spell. All right. They take 6. They're at 10 to 8, 10. So they're dead on board. Here's Azusa again. I'll just Bender and attack for lethal. All right. That game brought to you by Harbinger of the Seas and Vendilion Click. Very nice. I do think Azusa is significantly worse than Lumra. Still a very good deck, but also I had my best card against them, so I think I have to mulligan this. This is fine. This is actually better than fine. This is good. I think it's Spell Queller. Yeah, Spell Queller can go back. We misstep their Dork, cast Draneth. Okay, no Dork. In that case, I will Ponder, because I love to ponder. I like all of these. Do I, or do I just want to land? No, we can play on 3 lands. I like all of these. So we'll put Wash Away into our hand. Put Memory Lapse last. Yeah, Magic Online is going very slowly for me. Oh, I shuffled. Crap. Misclicked. Oh, God. I feel like I've been doing so well with not just like brutally misclicking this league. And then obviously just misclick. But the lag is getting very annoying for me. Courser of Crufix. Yeah, you got it. Dual land. Ass. Okay. Ooh. Planar Genesis. That one's good. Dust Bowl's very good. I hate that for me. Oh my god, please, Moto. You're killing me. So now that this is Airbent with Draneth in play, it cannot be recast. Pretty sick. Synergy, baby. Yeah, I really wish I had Wash Away, True Name, and Memory Lapse instead of all these lands, but it's alright. They put in Talongate. I can't do anything about that, which is very sad. I can remand Azusa and Mana Tither on the way back down, though. Oh, it's the Courser. I'll remand that. And now we'll Mana Tithe Azusa. And we'll attack for 4 and pass. Hoping to draw something reasonable here. That wasn't it. I am flooding out. This is my punishment for misclicking on the Ponder. Although with the Dust Bowl they have, it's probably whatever. Prime Time on top. Uck. That's how we lose this game. I need to draw something to deal with that ASAP. That wasn't it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I forgot to Surveil. I've gotten very worried about the clock here because I'm so laggy. I think we just lose to Prime Time. Walk-in Closet on top. That card with Azusa and Dust Bowl means I lose. Even like Ghost Quarter. See what it would have been if I'd not been an idiot and surveilled. Insult's good. I'll take that. Right, and this is gaining them life. The Talongates on the Draneth was very good. Oh, that'll at least shuffle. Glacial Chasm on top. Yuck, yuck. Oh. And they got the Eye of Ugin as well. Yeah, I think we've lost. Prime time, too good. Maybe Consult just finds us Harbinger of the Seas and a removal spell. That would be sick. Get an island, even though I should have gotten a plains. Consult, big Consult here. Spell Snare, Palace Jailer, Force of Negation. None of these are very good, like at all. I guess I take the Jailer and the Borrower and say go. Now they can chasm us. And I'm so far behind on clock, I'm thinking about just conceding. If I get to 10 minutes and the game state has not significantly changed, I will concede. They crack the Eye of Ugin. And they got Sowing Myco Spawn. Yuck. And they can cast it. Go get another land. Now they can start playing lands off the top. Urza's Tower, that taps for 4. Beginning of combat, I'll Petty Theft the Prime Time. Meddling Mage can name Primeval Titan. Let's go! What a great draw. I don't care about their vanilla 3/3, and that's all the Myco Spawn is, so I'm going to take the Courser with the Palace Jailer, and then next turn, I will flip Aang and try to get the game over with. Wait, what's Eldrazi Confluence do? Target creature gets +3/-3, exile oh, man. Okay. Hopefully we draw a counterspell for that Confluence, because otherwise they just get to prime time again. I should have looked at that before casting the Palace Jailer. Lorien Revealed is not what I was looking for. This Confluence just kills the Meddling Mage and then they prime time. Dang it. Yeah. Oh, wow, it's all my stuff. That sucks. Now they get the Monarch, too. Oh, we're cooked. Eldrazi Confluence. Haven't been cooked by that card in this format. Arboreal Grazer on top. Yeah, I did not read the Eldrazi Confluence carefully. Here's prime time. Oh, I could have Razorgrass ambushed. Okay, well, I was doing pretty good on not punting in huge ways that I noticed right away, but now I'm not doing such a good job of that. The lag and the game's going to time has me unnecessarily stressed. They draw for Monarch, so they'll draw Malevolent Rumble, and then they have Ugin on top. So let's see what we draw off this Lorien Revealed, and then I'll just concede. I can't beat Ugin. I can concede this game. I don't even know what I was looking for there, but I'm 11 minutes on clock. I can win a game in that time. I need to focus more on what I'm doing and less on, like, side-eyeing the timer. And looks great. Keep. This Meticulous Archive has been stuck to my openers, it feels like. And as I adore Surveil lands, but it stinks when you just keep drawing them. Oh, Gemstone Caverns, you stinker. Does that change my play? I don't think so. What did they exile to that? Abstergo Entertainment. A crop rotation, the Gemstone. Oh, so they can just cast Asuza this turn. That's sick. Yeah, that was sick. Okay. Yikes. We are usually very behind. Oh, and they can pick this thing up? That's so cool. Spell Snare's not what I'm looking for. I can't even attack now. Yikes. I feel like I should take the Harbinger. It might be too late, and I don't have a second blue source, but I do think I should take it still. It is like my best tool against them, and they only have 3 cards in hand. Mulch. Oh no. They have 1,000,000 cards in hand. Oh gosh. They found 3 lands. Mulch, so good. Hopefully they just don't have any, like, useful spells. But the War Room is also really good. Expedition Map, stop! 1 card in hand. But they only need 1 good card. We're drawing Harbinger. I'll Ponder. I want a blue source. We found it. Let's put them back. Arid Mesa. Velia. Hallowed Fountain. Don't shuffle. Look at me doing it properly. Play this and pass. Oh, so this can just get Eye of Ugin. Yeah, I think the Harbinger's a little too slow here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's Eye of Ugin. And Emrakul is not far from being online, though I can Solitude him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so they can crack it in response to the Harbinger. Let's Baby Consult here. Right, I knew a bunch of these cards. This was bad. I could have frickin'... What am I doing? I think it has to be the No More Lies. E-Wave. That will be excellent. Harbinger. Should have left blue up for Spell Snare. How many types do you have in your graveyard? Can you just cast Emrakul? Land, instant, sorcery, land, artifact. So instant, sorcery, land, artifact. I'm not going to Solitude Azusa because that doesn't make sense. Oh, they didn't crack the eye. They Worldly Tutor. Okay. Prime time. You got it. That dies to Solitude. And then I go, I can't P-Wave. Oh my god. No! Punt. They can get Talon Gates and phase out the Harbinger, but they don't have a ton of mana to do anything with that. So I'm going to see if they go Talon Gates to phase out their prime time here. They didn't. They just got Forest. All right, I will draw my card before deciding whether or not I want to Solitude. Dang it. Well, I clicked too soon and took the No More Lies, but they have so much mana, I think that card's just bad now. We'll bend Asuza and start dealing damage and making cat. Attack you for 3, you go to 23. But the cats will let me flip Aang relatively quickly. Why can't you get basic planes, Lorien reveal? I'd feel so good with a Parallax Wave in play. Oh, this is a ton of mana. Do I just die? We're cool. Not, yeah, oh man. They attack with the Harbinger, block it, crud. That stinks. All right, well, we might be dead. Who'd have thought No More Lies would have been okay? I don't have any way to get the Harbinger back either. It's like the most annoying part. They brainstorm, they'll put back the Parallax Wave and the Mother. They'll attack with the Harbinger, block. Thank you for playing my land for me. Didn't have to do that. Oh, and they get Merit Lage too. Sick. I didn't realize there was a Dark Depths. They fetch and fail to find. Yeah, okay. This was awesome. Not even mad, I'm just impressed. And they shuffled. Sick. All right, well, I get to block and then blink out Merit Lage. We're not entirely dead. I mean, they can also just activate the Eye of Pukin. We're pretty dead. Oh, and there's a Glacial Chasm. What are you getting with this eye? Sowing Myco Spawn. Yeah, that tracks. I block Merit Lage. I take 13. They're not Stone Raining me. Talon Gate. So we are dead. Wow. Wow. We just got a Zoo Sud. Yeah, I don't have a Flash Flyer, so I am just dead. Yeah, this is an attack for 33. I'm just taking a minute to message with the opponent about whether they like Azusa or Lumra better, and they're saying they've been playing Lumra, but they and their friend think Azusa might be able to make a comeback, which I agree with. All right, so we lose 2-3. Not thrilling. All right, so that is a 2-3 finish with Angswift Savior. I know the deck fairly well, so I was expecting it to go a little better, but that's okay. I am struggling to remember what we played against match 1. Oh, right, match 1 was the Mirror. The deck felt good into itself. It did feel like whoever just drew more pertinent cards, since we were both just interacting with everything. Was happy to win that one. Match 2 was either Yoshi or Winota. I don't remember. But both of those decks are not ones you really want to run into with this, and not huge parts of the meta. Like, Yoshi isn't a huge part of the meta right now. I wonder if Winota will be a real deck. I think there is potential. I was on the Dueling Grounds podcast with Ryan, and we talked about the unbans, and both of us kind of think that if anything's going to make a real splash, it's Najila, just because 5-color what have you is hard to play against, and you never know quite what you're going against. But Winota just like kept coming in waves, which is not great for our deck, because we just want to 1-for-1 for a while until we can like build a big board and attack, which they're better at. They have more creatures, and then the Winota attack's insane. Yoshi just kills you so fast. And then match 4 against Spider-Man, the just full adrenaline rush of playing against the clock. The first very long grinding game we won with, basically Draneth Magistrate and Giver of Runes, felt very strange, but they were also playing a list a little different than a lot of the ones I've played against. And then Azusa felt terrible just now. The first game we only won because of Harbinger of the Seas. And then the third game, they just had so much mana and cast Emrakul, which was sick. So, yeah, I think Azusa's probably a fine matchup. That one broke pretty soundly, not our way. But, yeah, this was Angswift Savior. I love this deck. I think it's a blast to play. And I'm really happy to have gotten to bring it into a league finally. So with all that said, if you're still here and hanging out, thank you so much for dueling with me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.